he subconsciously locked me out of the house and then drove away. I'm going to break the window to get into the house. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am currently filming this present day. As you guys know, I post my vlogs in order of how I film them. It just like makes sense that way. But the vlog that I filmed this day, there's only about like, I don't know, 20 seconds, and then I stopped filming because something very traumatic happened and I have not talked about it yet. I completely stopped vlogging. I really didn't even start vlogging, but we'll get into that. I just wanted to let you guys know what happened and like the story behind what happened. So stay tuned if you want to hear how I got locked out of the house and Leo got locked inside the house by himself. But before I get into that, I am happy to announce that I am partnering up with Ana Luisa. I've worked with them a handful of times in the past. I absolutely love them. I usually share them on my other channel, so I wanted to come on and share them with you guys in case you don't watch my other channel. If you have never heard of Ana Luisa, they are a high quality jewelry brand that is also affordable. They use recycled materials, not only for their jewelry, but also for their shipping, packaging and everything like that. They are 100% carbon neutral and their pieces are just absolutely stunning. My jewelry collection is 90% Ana Luisa, so if that tells you something, I definitely love them and I always jump at the chance to work with them. So I'm so happy to share with you guys the new pieces that they have sent me. I got this new beautiful ring and it's also just like covered in diamonds, so I love it. It's so pretty. It can go with so many different looks, and I'm also wearing this one. It's got a sun on it and it actually kind of reminds me of Rapunzel or the movie Tangled, where there were like suns everywhere. Obviously it's not the same sun, but that's what it reminds me of. And Leo's coming home outfit was covered in suns, and I love the "You Are My Sunshine" song. I sing it to my kids and I just had to have this one once I saw it. And then I got another necklace and I love this one too. This one is so cute. I used to have like this really cheap necklace with a key on it and it was my favorite thing ever, but it was super cheap and like fell apart and really didn't last that long. So I'm so excited about this one. So cute. I'm going to layer it with my padlock necklace from Ana Luisa, and I think these two are going to be so cute together. So yeah, now I have a lock and key around my neck and I think it's absolutely adorable. I love it. All their necklaces have different adjusters on the back so that you can change the placement of where you want the necklace, which makes it super easy to layer them. Ana Luisa is currently running their biggest sale of the year. They have 10% off and up to 60% off their last chance items. So this is the perfect time to go and treat yourself. It runs until January 1st, 2022. So thank you, Ana Luisa, for sponsoring today's video. Okay guys, so you're probably wondering how the heck did that happen? Yeah, I'm still pretty traumatized by the entire situation, as you can imagine. So I think this happened on September 17th or like somewhere around there. I'll put the date. But basically, Leo was sleeping in my bed and I got up in the morning to get the kids ready for school, and then I went outside with my camera because I was planning on vlogging that day, and like the beginning of the vlog was going to be me just like filming the kids getting into the car and then driving away because Dan was driving them to school. So that was my plan. So I do have the footage of them driving away.
Okay, I think you're back.
Basically, I just like go outside and I'm just wearing pajamas, like shorts that I definitely would never wear in public. They didn't really fit me very well. Like definitely not appropriate to be outside in, but I was just standing on the front porch with my camera, and then I was gonna go back in the house after they drove away. Nobody was gonna see me and it was gonna be fine. Like I didn't really care. So like I said, they were getting into the car. Dan forgot, I think, his mask or something like that. Sorry about the noises, I have 3 kids. Leo's over here diggling some toy. I'm sorry if that's annoying. And then Aria, I think, is banging on the wall. Aria, please stop. That's really loud. Please stop touching the wall. So I think Dan forgot his mask, so I was just standing out there on the front step, and then Dan goes back into the house, and then he comes out, gets in the car, and drives away, and I film it. I turn the camera off, I turn around, and go to open the door, and it's locked. And I'm like, what the heck? How did that happen? Because the door doesn't just like lock on its own. The only way to get locked outside your house is if you physically lock it, and then you would have the key. But I didn't lock it. All I had was my camera. I didn't have my phone. I didn't have my keys, because I was just filming the kids driving away, and then I was gonna go in the house. I immediately was just like, there's no way this is locked right now. There's no way this is locked right now. And I'm like, oh my God, Dan locked the door when he came back out when he was going to get his mask. And I'm like, why would he do that? Like, why would he do that? But it was just like a subconscious thing. Like, you subconsciously lock the door because you're leaving. Like, it's something that you do all the time, and like you don't even realize you're doing it anymore. So he like wasn't thinking. It was early in the morning. He clearly, I don't think he did it on purpose. I mean, he could have, I guess, but I highly doubt he would have done that on purpose. But he subconsciously locked me out of the house and then drove away. Right before I went out to film the kids driving away, Leo was like tossing and turning, like he was waking up and he was ready to eat. He was like really hungry, so I quickly put the soother in his mouth before I went out there, and then as soon as the kids went to school, I was gonna come back and immediately feed him because he was waking up and he was gonna be really hungry. So the fact that I was now standing on the front porch and I was just freaking out. He was not even 2 months old at this time. Like, he was just under 2 months old. So he was little, like super little, and he was on my bed. He wasn't close to the edge, but he wasn't in the middle of the bed either. He was like kind of like on, like if there were 2 people laying in the bed, he was on the one side. I couldn't hear him. He was upstairs, so I couldn't like peek in a window or anything like that to see him. I just knew that he was screaming for me and I couldn't get to him, and I was bawling my eyes out on my front step. I was banging on the door, trying to break the door down, constantly rattling it. I'm in bare feet. I run around to the back of the house, praying that the back door was not locked. We always keep it locked, but I was just praying that it wasn't, and it was locked. And I just didn't know what to do. I was freaking out. And Dan driving the kids to school isn't like a super quick thing either. He has to like drive a certain way and then get out and walk and then wait for the bell to ring and then come back, and it was going to be like 25 minutes before he got back, and I was just like crying so hard, freaking out trying to get to my baby, because the worst feeling in the world is like knowing your baby's screaming and crying, and they're crying for you or just somebody, and they're all alone and there's nothing you can do. Like, I just wanted to comfort my baby, and I was worried he was gonna fall off the bed. He obviously wasn't rolling yet, but like, you never know, if he's like moving his arms and he's there for a while, he could somehow scoot off the bed. We had just gotten 2 kittens that could, like, the door wasn't closed because I was like coming right back, I thought. So like, they could have been like walking on him, sitting on his face, like, you never know. I was freaking out. And we had these huge rocks that the kids like found when we were hiking one day, and they were on our front step, and I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm going to break the window to get into the house. Like, I'm gonna break a window. And then I was just like, kept like, I can't break a window. I was really scared. I was like, not really scared of getting in trouble, because like, I needed to get to my baby, and like, it's so justified. Like, I don't even care. Like, I'll pay to replace the window, whatever. I just needed to get to my baby. So I was like, I'm gonna break a window, but I was like scared because I never had broken a window before. And then we also had, like, I was also worried about the cats, and like, if I broke the window, then the cats could jump up and run away, or they could cut themselves, or like whatever. We also had a very important appointment for him at the hospital, for Leo at the hospital, like at 10, and this was all happening at like 8:45 or whatever. So I was like, if I break this window right now, like, how am I supposed to take Leo to this appointment without the cats getting out? Somebody could break into the house. I was like, oh my god, like, I don't even know what to do right now. So then I was like, okay, relax, go knock on people's doors and ask to use their phone. So I was like, okay. So if you guys know, I have like super bad social anxiety. I don't talk to people. But in this moment, I didn't even care. So I was about to go knock on my neighbor's door and ask to use their phone, or anyone's door that would answer. It was kind of early, so who knows who would have been like awake or willing to answer the door. So I was about to, but then I saw this lady. She was putting, I honestly think she was putting like a shovel in her car, which is just kind of sketchy. But thankfully she was super nice. I ran up to her crying. She was like looking at me like, this is a crazy person, which, I mean, I'm not blaming her, because I honestly looked like a crazy person. I ran up to her and I was like, can I please use your phone? I got locked out of my house and the baby's inside and I don't know what to do. And so she like asked for the number to dial. So I gave her the number, and then she gave me the phone, and I called Dan, and I was like crying. I was like, you locked me out of the house. Like, you locked me out of the house. The baby's inside. You need to get back, like, right now. And he was like, okay, okay, I'm coming. He didn't really seem that concerned, which I don't know, like, why he wasn't super concerned. I don't know. I don't think I was, bless you, bless you. I don't think I was overreacting. Like, I was, like, this was a situation, okay? I thanked her for letting me use her phone. So I said goodbye. And Dan told me that he like said goodbye to the kids before the bell rang, and then ran back to the car as fast as he could to get home. But the lady that let me use her phone, she said, I know where the landlord lives. I'll give her a call for you, because she has an extra key. Because I didn't know where the landlord lived. She used to live in like one of the units, and then her car was never there again. And I haven't seen her in like a year, so I thought that like I had no idea where the landlord went, if she moved somewhere else, or if we got a new landlord. I had no idea or anything, or I would have like done that in the first place. I would have like ran to her house as fast as I could at the beginning of this. but I didn't know. So when she said that, I was like, oh, okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. She called the landlord for me, and the landlord comes, and I can see her walking. I can see her walking down the street to me, and I'm thinking, I'm like, oh my God, why are you walking so slow? Like, you're walking so slow. I wanted to scream to her, like, run, run, like my baby's in the house. But obviously I didn't do that because I was like just thankful that she had the key in the first place, and I'm just trying to like calm myself down, but in my head I'm screaming like run. But she gets like halfway down the street to me, and then she realizes she's got my neighbor's key and not my key, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So she's like, I got the wrong key, I have to go back and get the right key. And then I'm just like standing there like, oh my god, like crying. And then she finally gets back to me with the key, unlocks my door. I'm like, oh my god, thank you. And immediately when I opened the door, I was like hoping so badly that he was just like asleep and he had no idea I was even gone. But as soon as I opened the door, like he was screaming, and I felt so bad. I immediately run up the stairs to him, and I grab him, I pick him up, and I bawled harder than I even was outside. I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. And thankfully he was okay. He was just like really scared, like he had no idea where I was. And it was just like so traumatic for me. And then I had to try and like calm myself down, and just like, I'm so thankful everything was okay. But that day was awful. Okay, that day was literally awful. And then right after that, I had to like get ready and get ready for us to go to the appointment at the hospital because Leo needed to get his blood drawn, and my whole face was like puffy, and I was just in like such a not great mood because that whole thing was like super traumatizing to me, and I still can't even believe it happened. But yeah, my baby got locked inside the house. Oh, and shortly after, like, I don't even know, like a minute after the landlord unlocked the door for me, Dan came back and he was home. So if I had waited like a minute later, she didn't even need to come, but that minute was like super important. But I'm so glad I got in the house like even a minute sooner than Dan would have unlocked the door, because like I really needed to get to my baby. That was one of the scariest moments of my entire life. Thankfully he was fine and everything was fine, and I didn't end up breaking any windows, but honestly I probably would have broken the window because I could not wait like 25-30 minutes for knowing that my baby's locked into the house. I don't know how long this whole situation was from the moment that Dan drove away and I realized I was locked out to the time I got back into the house. But it felt like forever. My shoulder was like all sore from me trying to like ram into the door and trying to open it. It was awful. So yeah, that's how my baby got locked inside the house. And honestly, ever since this moment, I have not left the house without the baby in my arms or my keys in my hand. I do not leave the house. If the baby is the only one in the house, I will not go outside. Even Aria, just somebody has to be in the house so that when I knock on it, they can come and unlock the door for me. Or yeah, I will not. I'm terrified of this happening again. Maybe I should get a necklace with my actual house key on it because I'm just like so scared of that happening again. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know that story, since that's the next vlog of like what was going on, even though that it wasn't really a vlog. I just filmed my kids driving away, and then that is what happened afterwards. I did not pick up the camera. I was in the worst mood. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed listening to my traumatic experience of when Dan locked me out of the house and the baby was locked inside the house by himself. And also, don't forget, Ana Luisa is having their biggest sale of the year, 10% off, and then their last chance items are up to 60% off. So the links will be down below for you guys to check that out. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!